Hey guys, so I was going to do another request of voice plays, but yesterday they released a cover of Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water, and since it's brand new, so it falls into the new category, we're doing them today anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and do that one. So this is VoicePlay doing Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And it's a new release. They just released it yesterday. So let's go. Let's get it.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all.
I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, oh yeah, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. Whoa, whoa, I'll take your part. Oh, I'll take your part. When darkness comes, when darkness comes, and pain is all around,
Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down.
like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are see how they shine. See how they shine. Oh, and if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your I'm gonna ease your mind. Yes, I am. I will comfort you. Oh, ease your mind. Ease your mind.
Ease your mind.
What are you doing? First you go and lay in his bed, now you're trying to take his food. Get. Okay, so it was a nice rendition. All right. I can't escape this any longer. This is how I feel about the group as a whole. You guys know me. This is purely from a musicality standpoint. It's got nothing to do with anything else. Okay, so I don't know all the guys' names, even though one of you actually gave me a list of everybody and what they are. But I'm gonna go by this. Okay, here we go. My favorite voice out of the whole group is the bald guy. He's if I'm correct, he's a tenor that sings like a baritone. No, but what he is he's kind of like the anchor of the group. He has by far, he's got by far the nicest voice. He also has probably the most control of his instrument. He has he can go high when he needs to go high. He can go a little lower when he needs to go a little lower. His voice is more rounded out. The tone is more rounded out, which means he probably has either had formal training or he's just been singing longer and knows how to use his voice a little bit better. Or it could be a natural ability, but generally not. He's had some type of training at some point in his life. And when I say that, like when I was talking about Home Free, you guys kind of freaked out and were like, well, he was only here, there, or whatever. And look, even Home Free is still getting voice lessons at this time. Ariana Grande gets voice lessons. Aretha Franklin still gets voice lessons. Like a sports car or anything else, or a luxury vehicle or anything, you still need to go in for tune-ups every once in a while, guys. It's just the way it is. If you're a professional singer and you're singing all the time, constantly, especially if you're using your voice as an instrument and a vocal, you definitely need to get tune-ups. It's like going to the doctor, man. You have to make sure everything's healthy. I'm not saying they're taking voice lessons because they don't know how to sing. I'm saying everybody needs a tune-up every once in a while. As long as we have that clear. So he is by far my favorite voice. He did a beautiful job on his part in that song. And pretty much in every song that they've done, his voice is just, he projects it very well. It's very clear. He enunciates very well. And it's just a very nice, rounded voice. I compare his voice probably close to Rob's voice. It's just very nice and clear. Now, the bass. Yes, he's a bass. He sings very low. I don't know why they continue to. This is out of. Now, I'm not saying out of their whole catalog because I've only heard 3 songs. But out of the 3 songs I've heard, he started the lead in all 3 songs. It's nice to start the lead with the bass once in a while. And in Home Free's case, they can do it with Tim a lot because Tim has the range to not start in a bass. He starts more at a baritone level, right? And he can even start higher than that. But that song that they just sung, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, neither Paul Simon nor Art Garfunkel were basses. So it kind of threw the song off. And oh my God, was my fire alarm She's telling me I gotta change the battery out. Was that going off the whole time? Yes, I have those annoying fire alarms that don't just beep, they talk to you too. I gotta change the battery. Okay, I apologize if that was going off the whole time. Anyway, so the other thing is his bass is not. I don't particularly care for his bass. It's not. what am I trying to say? It's not, you know how I say, you know how when I talk about Tim's bass, I say it's like smooth dark chocolate fondue, and you guys kind of laugh at me. What I'm trying to say is it's just nice and it's nice and warm. His bass, when he sings it, it's just nice and warm and smooth, and it just kind of melts you, you know. And in the song that I did earlier, where I just kind of went like this, it's because it wasn't just him. Chance was doing it too. So you had the two of them together, and they have the same kind of tone when they do the basses, and it's just like, oh, it's like it's warm, nice. It just gives you this nice warm feeling. This guy, his bass isn't like that. His bass is just like, it just has a coldness to it and a rough around the edges sound, and it doesn't have that. I can't explain it any better than that. It's like, yeah, it's nice. You can get down there and nice and low. And yes, it would sound nice in the background. I just don't want to hear you start a song that way. You know what I mean? I'm not trashing the whole group now. The Beatboxer is unreal. He's very, very talented. He makes some strange choices when it comes to beatboxing. Now, he's not traditional in the way he beatboxes, which is cool. He makes unusual choices, which I like. So I like their Beatboxer, their baritone. He's kind of limited in what he does. He does a lot of runs back and forth. He does a lot of like the bluesy type sound. And he's definitely, it sounds like he's more used to being in groups where it's more of an R&B sound than any other. So he kind of limits himself. The other thing is, I don't know if he can't get up there or if he just won't get up there because he's afraid, but he cuts himself off at a certain point, only on some songs, because when they were doing the boy band groups and they were doing like the Boys to Men song, Motown Philly, he was getting up there, but it's because he felt comfortable. Like he had been singing Motown Philly since he was, 16 years old, which he probably was. He feels comfortable singing R&B, so he gets up there with no problem. But when they go to sing a different type of song, like this one, it's almost like he went to a certain point and stopped. He goes into a run rather than, because he feels comfortable going into a run instead of just straight singing for the note that he's supposed to be going for. Okay, guys. This is the one I was afraid it was going to hate me for. Their tenor, because they have a couple tenors, but this one is the one I'm talking about, Mr. Cookies, I don't know what to call him. He would be the equivalent of Austin, right? He's the one that's supposed to hit all the high notes. There's a difference between, because I heard him do it. He can sing a regular high note, right? So there's a difference between being a tenor who can sing very high and that's all you can do, or being a tenor that sings very high and stays in your falsetto constantly. His voice is too much. It's just too much. It is. You know how I've complained sometimes when I've said Austin went too high on that note? I did it during Man of Constant Sorrow. I said, okay, we know that you can go that high, but you didn't have to go one step higher than that. There was absolutely no reason for it. It actually, it didn't fit the song. The song's not written to go that much higher, and because of that, it sounded out of place. right? We knew how high you had to go. You didn't have to, oversell it. And that's what this guy's like, except he's doing it constantly. And it gets a little irritating to the eardrum to try to listen to a song where, especially when he's singing a lot of it, where he's constantly like singing that high where the only people that can hear him are dogs and, no, I'm kidding. But it's way too high. Because then in this song, he drops it down and he's still singing high. But it's not like that high. Like he takes the extra step up. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The other tenor, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. He sings the way he's supposed to sing. He hits those high notes when he needs to hit those high notes, and they're gorgeous and they're blended beautifully. And my last complaint, they have not learned how to harmonize correctly. They do not harmonize. When they harmonize, they sound out of sync sometimes. Sometimes they hit it right on the note, and other times you're like, ooh, you guys missed it there, you missed it there. I'm not trying to tear them apart. I know they've been doing this a long time. I know they were on the sing-off the same time as Home Free. So I know they've been at it a long time. And this song is the one they put out yesterday. And it's the best one I've heard out of the three. And it was the best one I heard out of the three. But even so, I saw the mistakes. They're just small mistakes, little mistakes, but they're enough to throw off an entire song. Little ones. Like, keep track of your harmony. And the reason why they can't keep track of their harmony is because they have individuals within the group trying to do their own thing instead of being part of the group. The reason why Home Free has been so successful is because they're team players. They're doing everything for the betterment of the group. They've even sacrificed solo careers and other things for the betterment of the group. Because they know if the group does well, they all do well. And that's why Home Free is so successful. But it seems like in this group, their songs suffer, and the sound of the songs suffer because they have certain individuals within the group that, I don't know what the range is of these three songs I've just listened to of theirs, but it's the same mistakes are being made by the same individuals. They're trying to be individuals within a group, and you can't do that because when you do, the songs are always going to sound a little off. That's my opinion. So, as I always say, bring it on. I don't know. I've already got people hate commenting me from a song from the other day, so let's add to the pile. That's my opinion. You guys like my honesty and you like my opinion, and that's what it is. I'm not saying they're a bad group. I'm not saying I don't want to do more of their reactions, because I do. So that is the last of theirs today, and I'm supposed to be doing another Home Free one, but oh my goodness, right now I have to go lay down. So sorry, migraines. So I'm gonna go lay down, and I'll come back and do Home Free, Oh Holy Night for Nate Eller. Okay, so everybody have a fantastic Sunday. You guys, please comment, like, and subscribe, and take care of each other, because no one else is going to. Ciao.